I'm going to tell you a little bit about mass hypnosis after reading David Geffen's history as is presented on the couple of websites. David Geffen he spent a career. He founded Asylum Records. Now he's the boss of DreamWorks. And he has a mansion in Hollywood. And that's not all. He lives in absolute luxury. He's got a yacht, multi-million-dollar yacht. And he's pushing gay rights, which is homosexuality. I was told a story by my friend Margaret Ruddy about her father, who was a lawyer in Brisbane. He used to say, shake people, put his hand out and say, "Hi, I'm gay." Gay was short for Gabriel. Gabriel was an archangel. In the Torah and the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Yes, so Gabriel, short, was gay. And they promoted this new term for homosexuality as being gay, but they're not gay at all. This is all part of the AIDS conspiracy. They're trying to encourage people to have anal intercourse to spread the virus more easily. And that's what they did in the USA and Australia and Europe. But in Africa, the Belgians introduced HIV through immunization programs and blood transfusions to Zaire. Zaire was the Congo. And King Leopold, they call it King Leopold the Great, King Leopold II, was a Belgian monster who said he was trying to stamp out slavery when he was actually causing it and implementing it. Congolese people, poor people, were driven into the forest to collect wild rubber while they kept their children prisoner. If they failed to bring the quota of rubber, which kept going up, they throw their children to the crocodiles. There was a captain called Captain Rom who had a mansion and a path decorated with the skulls of black people. They're the people who started chopping off hands, the Belgians. They got the African sentinels to bring baskets of hands and heads to show that they had terrorized the villages adequately. Countless number, an unknown number, but at least I read estimates between 2 million and 10 million Congolese died at the hands of King Leopold II, who never went to Congo, never went to the Congo. But they were also plundering the wildlife, taking animals for zoos killing them for museums, and killing them to mount their heads on walls to show how fucking tough they are. They made tigers into tiger skin rugs, lion skin rugs for clothes. And then there was also the trade in human beings, human parts, and the stealing of children by the Catholic Church. They were doing this from 1976 till 2009 in Sri Lanka. My father called them white vanning and blamed President Rajapaksa, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, for what he was doing himself with the Catholic Church, killing the parents, stealing their body parts, and stealing their children. My father was also behind the murder of Tamil Tiger soldiers, or cadres as they call them, after the war, which was run by the Sea Tigers and Charles Nyanakon, Gnanakone. Charles Nyanakon ran a shipping line. He was a shipping magnate who faked his own death. I had that confirmed to me by a Tamil Tiger spy who came to spy on me. I talked to him, and he confirmed that Charles Nyanakon faked his death because he was involved in the trade of body parts that was being run by my family. They were also doing a trade in pornography. And the people who supplied the cyanide and explosives and detonators for the Black Tigers, the suicide bombers. My father said, we don't have Clipper jets, so we have to send our bombers on 2 legs. So ruthless, monstrous. So I was drip-fed information by these people, disinformation from 1975 onwards, 1976, about AIDS. Disinformation. I saw through it. This song was written by Sarah Jedwell, who's one of the people who drip-fed me this information. The Masons and the Jews, Catholics, Masons and Jews. Ronald Conway, before he died, told me that it used to be said that you couldn't get anywhere in Melbourne unless you were a Catholic, a Mason or a Jew. I know a lot about this. I know a lot about Melbourne. I have a phenomenal memory. I have a phenomenal memory. But they crippled my hand to stop me playing guitar and bass and sax. They tried to give me a claw hand by cutting the ulnar nerve and the triceps tendons. I removed the cast and mobilized my arm, and I got pretty good results from it. When I told my sister I had removed the cast, she said, "Now I know you're bloody mad!" She's a hand surgeon. She's been trying to kill me for a long time. So is my father, so is my mother. They all wanted me silent. They tried to drive me to suicide, which you can't do. In fact, my father has talked about it in one of his talks, or several of his talks. and speeches that are on YouTube. A lot have been taken down. He supported the use of child soldiers. He said, at least we give them some training. Kept talking, there will be a bloodbath. He's talking about it. He also wrote, supposedly for a laugh, that my mother is his personal slave. Not funny, she is his personal slave. She's been his personal slave since they got married in 1957. He calls her Camel. Hey, Camel! I've heard it so many times. And he abuses his patients. I used to hear it all the time from the cold room of his filthy little dark office next to the house. And he'd say, if you don't stop smoking, you're going to be dead in the next 5 years. To make them cry. Fat old women. He said he had an experience in treating obesity. He used to say, nobody who came out of Belgium was fat. Belgium was a concentration camp. Death camp in Nazi-controlled Germany or Poland, I'm not sure. My family are brown Nazis, my father in particular, and my sister. But they're not Nazis in a league of their own. My father is much worse than Joseph Mengele. And the system he supports and protects him is a system that crippled me. Trying to stop me telling the truth. But I was speaking truth to power. And oppose the military and the Masons and the Mossad and the CIA. I can tell you. Yeah, I've been through hell. It's a miracle that I have not died for what's been done to me. But as my father said, that strategy, this is the Sri Lankan government and the Australian government, is to deny their basic rights, their basic human rights, imprison them, drive them mad, and get them to commit suicide. He said, torture them, drive them mad, and commit suicide. That's not the Sri Lankan motive. It is his motive. He also said, if the intent is there, the ways of committing genocide are endless. He's the one with the murderous intent. He protects himself a lot. But he was trained under the MK programs, MK Naomi. Mind control programs, but not just mind control. It was integrated psychological, biological, and chemical and drug warfare. It was masterminded by my father's mentor, Sir Max Rosenheim. Became Lord Max Rosenheim, and then became Baron Max Rosenheim before he died. He was a fat Jewish man who didn't know anything about medicine and health. Wasn't healthy himself, wore thick glasses and had a big fat gut. Max Rosenheim came to our house in Kandy. Kanda. Mahanura is the name. Singular name. Mahanura, great city. A great town. Yeah, he came and I got a photograph of him, which you might have seen by now. I'm the little boy standing behind Max Rosenheim. Yeah. Max Rosenheim is the person who organized my father's grant from Nuffield Foundation and Wellcome Foundation to experiment on poor Sinhalese villages and poor Tamil estate workers. He killed, I don't know how many people he killed a lot. He said he collected the human, he used to do a nocturnal ward round, but it wasn't in the ward of the hospital, it was the streets of Kandy. He said I did a nocturnal ward round to collect the human refuse from the streets of Kandy, for them to die with love, dignity and compassion in his ward. He did lots of experiments on tea estate workers. Cruel experiments. He was breeding rabies in rabbits. The rabbits were part of a breeding program by his cousin Terence Seniratna, who was also fat, and a pervert, like my father. Terence Seniratna, I think he's one of the people who abused my sister. He went to the Philippines. He was working for the United Nations and the Asia Development Bank, all chasing money, just chasing money. I'll tell you more later.